Let's try out the Blacksmith Master. It just came out from as an early access game, and I heard so many good things about. Look, it's a blacksmithy, medieval, strategy managing game. It's all the jam I like. So let's jump into the game. I do not need a tutorial, but we are starting with is a small shop. And that's gonna be the first customer, well, not customer, first employee who we're gonna hire. So what we see is they have the level, they have the skill, so they are blacksmiths. And this is a 3 skill level we have. So they can be a blacksmith, they can be a carpenter, and they can generate some kind of technology points or something like that. More further down on the line. They always have a good trait and a negative trait. So, yep, we have to work with that. And of course, they cost 150 gold in the beginning. So, I'm looking someone who is good with blacksmithing, and I think he is a good candidate. He's going to gain 20% less XP, but he's walk quickly. How about you? Heats ingots 50% faster by using a furnace. That's looking as a good blacksmith. We can level up your skill. So we're gonna go with you. We don't see your name, but you are the first employee. So I'm gonna pause the game. We're gonna go super quickly later on. Let's see what we have. So we have the time and the day as the usual things. We have the gold. I don't even know what is this. Oh, it's just a summary about that. We have these design points, or kind of like as a... Yeah, I'm gonna call it so many different ways, but yeah, it's called design points. And this is our little shop in the beginning, but we can later on further expand it, of course. In the bottom, we have 3 icons, but it's gonna be more and more as we progressing. We can, of course, buy different furnitures, different items, different decorations. We have a few blueprints we can already craft, so we can make a mace, a cup, I don't know what, an axe, a knife, a mug, something like a wooden club, and a wooden scoop. So obviously these 2 items is made from wood. And it's a simple recipe, so it only requires an oak wood. And 1 oak wood is gonna make 1 club. Same with this one for 1 scoop. These are all, I'm not gonna go through all of one by one, but these are all the same recipe. From 1 iron ingot is gonna make the item. However, as you can see, they have different values. So you should be focusing on the mace and then a cup and the rest, because from 1 iron ingot you can make a more valuable item. That's where we were. Of course, later on, sorry, jumping back and forth. So later on you can unlock more and more blueprints, but let's not jump too much ahead. How's it going in the beginning? So this is the blacksmith area. You need an ingot, put it in a furnace, heat it up, put it in an anvil, make it for the item you are required to build, cool it down, put it on a cart, bon piano, that's it. It can be get revenue. Now the carpenting job is a little bit easier. You have the wood, you're gonna have a wood workbench, and that's it. You put in the item on a cart, and that's it. So it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit less time consuming, and that's hence a little bit cost less to produce. So you have 3 merchants in the beginning, and they auto selected these 3 items we need to create. So we need 1 mace, I'm gonna call it as a mace, wooden club, and the wooden scoop. We're gonna put down the blacksmith, if I find him. Okay, I unpause. The blacksmith is gonna come in and automatically gonna do all these items. I have 0 clue where my blacksmith is. Oh, here he is. Okay, so he's gonna go and do those works. Now, you can see the metalworking, the carpentry, and the design skills. Obviously, you want to focus on one. At least that's what my assumption. Because if you're leveling up the metalworking, it's going to increase the iron ingot production, the copper ingot, the silver ingot, and the gold ingot production on the anvil. So that's quite important. You can level up, of course, your characters. You can rename them, you can redesign them. Now, you can take control. This is not my thing, so I want to keep it as a manager game, but if you want, you can take control and you can play a little mini game where you can put it in a furnace and put it in an anvil and play the mini game, and yeah, if you like it, you want to do it, you can do that. Okay, so what happened is he created the first item. We missed it because I was too chatty. And it's on the cart. So now we have this mark on it, so we can complete this for 80 gold. Now we can choose other options because we have only 2 cards here and we have space for 3. And we're gonna choose the cup because we know the cup is more valuable than actually the mug. So we're gonna choose that one. And he can stand up and he can work on it. Now you can ask why he's not working on this because we don't have a workbench for that. We're gonna check how he's doing this. He's putting the iron into the furnace. Melt it down a little bit. Put in an anvil. Later I'm gonna speed this all up. Don't worry about it. But we're gonna see one, okay? Yep. And with it, I think it's good. There you go. There's a cup. Put it in the water. Cool it down. Put it on a cart. Okay, so now we're gonna buy. You see his metalwork. It's a little bit coupled together, so it's good. I cannot have a carpentry table. Why? The item is locked. Progress through the mastery tree to unlock. Ah, it's a good call out. We have it in a corner, this little book. I always forget it, but it's really, really important. This is the research tree, or mastery tree, as it's called this here. So as you're creating different items, you're going to earn points for every item crafted by the blacksmith. Depending on the item quality, you're going to get the gray, the light blue, the blue, the pinkish, purplish one, and the gold one, or yellow one. You can see, obviously, starting with the common quality, then later on we can make uncommon, and so on, coming down on the line. As you have those, you can unlock different things. And it's a research tree, or mastery tree as it's called here, and you can unlock more and more and more and more. As you can see, there's a lot of things in the game already, even it's in early access. So, carpentry enables blacksmiths for 1 point, unlock it. That was loud. Okay. For 2 points, we can have more stuff hired. But at the moment, we're just going to be unlocking the carpentry. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it. I'm just going to put it here. So let's little bit repurpose this place. That's going to be fine. I also believe that this can be in the corner. This can go next to it. And this can go next to that. A little bit more tidy. Okay, unpause. So he's gonna put the mug on the cart. We can turn that in. Done. And we can select actually the mug as well. But he's gonna start to work automatically on the carpentry work. Now, if you don't want to do that because you want to specialize persons, like for example his carpentry skill is 0, he has a metalworking skill of 1, you can do that here with the preference. So you can set the preference for more expensive first, cheapest first, most complex first, simplest first, metal, and an item. This is the only 2 I'm so far tested. I'm quite sure later on these 2 can be really important as well. But what I'm gonna do, it's a preference, so it's not exclusive. But I'm gonna schedule that Ivan do the metal first because we added the skill points there. And he also have a positive trait for heat ingot 50% faster, and actually has a negative trait for taking 20% more time to process wood on a carpentry workbench. So we don't want him to work on that as a primary focus. You can later on change what he's going to do. He can craft for sale, he can work on design and trade routes, and so on and so on and so on. There is more in this game than you can expect. Now, let's, until he's working on the different stuff, let's see and look around the city. We have a little town here, which is, I would say, quite nice. We have a warehouse here. I have 0 clue how we can use this, but apparently there's old items can be in the game used at the moment. And I don't see anything can be interacted in the city, to be honest. So maybe it's coming later. Maybe it's just need to be unlocked. I tried to collect the wood. I couldn't. So, yep, it's just there. Okay, where we are. So, we started to work on the mugs and we needed 2 cards. And we actually have enough points to unlock the stuff. I'm gonna do it. it's loud. And what's going to be the next one? Hiring one enables hiring for more skilled workers. I think that would be a good idea as we're hiring more and more stuffs. Construction allows you to build walls and floors with different designs. That's how we can extend the small shop we have. And discounted woods decrease the restock price of wood. That's also really good. Let's look for here. So for each staff you have in your shop, actually you need a stuff bench. Stuff bench costs 50 gold, which is really nothing. And that's allow you to hire 3 staff members. We already have a bench, so it's allow us for hiring 3 person. But the game is, for some reason, want to you put down another one. Honestly, it's 50 gold, costs nothing, and later on we're gonna need way more than that. Now we have a new icon here, and that's where we can hire and manage stuff. So we already have Evan here as a blacksmith, and we can hire blacksmiths, later on assistant, cashier, miner, and lumberjack as well. Have 0 clue of what they are doing. We have only blacksmiths at the moment, and looks like we can only choose from 2. Oh, because we need to refresh because we already selected 1. By the way, metalworking determines the time it takes processes. Oh yeah, it's good to have a little bit of description. So I'm going to refresh this, and I'm looking for someone who can be a good carpenter, and I think Christiana is a good candidate. He already have 1 skill point on it. 20% less time process wood on carpentry workbench. He's walk a little bit slower, but I think we can live with that. Now, Alan is not bad either. He already has 3 points on a carpenter. He's gaining 20% more XP. And he's only taking less time processing an ingot on an anvil. I think he is a better candidate. So I'm gonna hire him. And I might gonna get Arabella as well. Actually, I'm gonna... Wow, it's going way more expensive. The first one was 150 gold or something like that. Now it was 300, now it's a 450. Then it's 600. Okay. So each of the recruits is more and more expensive. Thankfully not their wage. Okay, so you're gonna be my carpenter. Focusing on that. And it's really nice. It's actually giving a little bit of icon there under their skill. So you know that they are focusing on wooden items. I really appreciate that. And you're gonna be also on metal. Yep, you see. Cool. Now, oh, do we have 2 on the carpentry? No, we have only 1. But we don't have jobs for that. Good, good, good. Do we have any jobs? No. Now, this is refreshing every day. And as you're progressing, there's going to be more and more advanced options here. And obviously more quantity. This is the first day. Don't worry about it. We're going to speed up the whole process. Especially because you only have 1 workbench for the carpentry. Should we buy another one? Now, you have to worry about the money because it's tricky. You can gain money so quickly when you turn on one of the cards when you completed a task. And you get a lot of money. Well, consider it lots of money. You gain money. Let's just say in that way. That's the only source in the beginning how you can get money. However, they're using the ingots and they're using the wood. And as you can see, you have limited amount for 44 from the ingots at the moment. And I cannot control the camera. You have 25 from the wood. Now you need to restock this. So each wood is 15 gold. Doesn't matter how much you are asking for. So you don't get discounts if you ask more. And the same for the ingot. But actually it costs 30. So it's double. Now that makes a little bit of the change. The day is ended. We are at midnight. Once the day is ending, they're finishing the last things they worked on, and they sit down on a bench, and that's how you're finishing the day. Now, the first day was definitely negative, but I think we invested a lot. We invested 900 in the hiring, so just take that off. He's already in a better shape. Now, what I wanted to finish is that you have to restock those items, and that's cost money. And you can be in a delusion that actually have a lot of money and then you're actually just using all the material which you have to replenish at one time. So start a new day. Okay. So every day, each of the tasks you can do in a day is refreshing. So that's good. And we can select, I think cups is the best after mace, and we don't have a work for mace. It's 440 golds. It's way better than what we had in the first few days. So select that, turn on this. We have something for the woods to work on. So we're gonna select, I think they are on the same price, so I'm gonna select you. Now the other thing is refreshing is actually the candidates you can hire. You can refresh it manually, or it's doing end of the day as well. Similar for here, if you want, you can refresh this and get new options, but it costs 200 gold. I'm not sure in the beginning it's something we need. Guys, why are you going to the carpentry job when you should be going to the metalwork? Never mind. Yeah, you started to work on the ingot. Okay, fine. I hope that the sound is not super loud, by the way. Okay, so this is done. And I like to keep one wood work there on a task list, so the carpenter can work on it. But every time it's refreshing, the carpenter don't see the job, so it's coming back automatically and taking one of the not preferred job. It's okay, you can min-max it, but it's not really worth it, to be honest. Okay, you can take control of any blacksmith to play. Yes, I know. Okay, we're gonna take one, just to show it. And we're gonna take a blacksmith. Should we take carpenter? What are you doing? We're gonna take control of you. Yes, I'm gonna take on control. So first you're going to the ingot. You're gonna select what you want to create. I have zero clue what we are creating. Just a second. We are creating knife and mugs. Coming here, taking as a mug. Then taking the ingot. Going to the furnace. We're gonna block the whole process. You have to catch the frames. Good. You're going to the anvil. And you have to hit at the right time where it's green. Easy peasy. Then you have to put it in the cold water. And you have to walk it to the cart. Is it faster? No. Is it easier? No. Am I wanna do it? No. So, but I wanted to show you guys how this looks like, so you see it. If you prefer to do that, up to you. You can do that. I honestly don't know why it is in the game, but sure. Okay, so where we are. The knives are looking good. And do we have new skill point to unlock? Yes, we can unlock construction. Not a bad idea. Or we can save up to discounted wood or hiring one. I think I'm gonna save up for a hiring, because I want to build up way more people work in this. The small shop is enough in the beginning, I think, for 5 or 6 blacksmiths to work in. Or even more. Let's just speed up a little bit the process. Oh, there is one ready. The knife turned into 580 coins. So that's what I'm talking about. So if we just turn that on, this is the second best value. And we have 1,911 gold. Now, if you want to be replenished the iron we used and the woods we used, now we don't have that much money. And you need to keep that in mind, that obviously you have to consider how much the restocking is cost for you. Now, the other interesting part is, not here, but here, is that every time you finishing one of the tasks from the merchants, one of the job, you're progressing on this bar, and every 20 completion of a merchant offer, you are gaining an Elit Worker. An Elit Worker is a special worker. So we're gonna see what does it do, but sounds promising. I always like an Elit Worker. Complete that, And the last task. So it looks like we might gonna do everything today. We still have around 7 hours-ish, 6 hours-ish. I'm pretty sure we can complete this one and this one. And we might gonna be finishing this one as well. And that would be really nice with 3 people. Turn that in. See, it's progressing to 8. Cool. So obviously, it's a beginning. You have to progress a little bit, unlocking new things. But I really like this game. It's a little bit chilled, relaxed. But you need to managing your shop. You need to be working with the space, and you really need to look for the goal. Okay, we don't have anything else to we can refresh, but I don't think it's worth the coins, to be honest. I'm gonna unlocking. Should I wait or not? It's 2 more. I'm gonna wait. 1 more. Finish 1 more thing. 1 more thing. There you go. Okay, so the next one is we can unlock assistants. Allow you to hire assistants who can transport items, restock resources, and smelt ingots. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm not 100% sure why. Ooh, discounted ingots. 20% cheaper ingots. Ooh, that's good because that's double the price. So that's almost a 40% discount compared to wood. Right? Math is difficult, okay? Okay, so second day is definitely better. We are in the positive. Even we're stocked. Or iron and wood. So that's good. That's good. And actually we just finished that. Super duper. Start the next day. There you go. Merchant. Let's go for the... Only have 5? That's not too much. We go for this one. We go for a wood one. And we go for... I think the knife and the tomahawk is the same. I'm going to call it as an axe. Just in case. Yes. The axe and the knife is the same price. Okay, the mug is not much better. It's 1 coin difference. Not really. Mace is really, really, really good. So considering it's double the price and more time required to do that, wood club is not that bad. It's tricky. Okay, so how we can actually increase a little bit the efficiency? I think it's time we are reworking a little bit the shop. First of all, I want to move these benches from here because those are really not in a good place. The second thing is I want to buy another furnace. Good. And I want to get another anvil. Probably here. I think it's a good place. So now they don't need to wait to each other if they're waiting for the anvil. And I want to hire actually more people to work on. Let's just slow down a little bit the time for that. Give us a little bit more time to consider. Okay, so you could be a good carpenter. And you are a good carpenter. You could be a good carpenter as well. And you could be a good metal worker, but you cost 10% more. I don't like that one, to be honest. Do we need another carpenter? Well, I tend to notice that you have more tasks to do metal work than actually carpentry. So I'm not 100% sure. But I really like the idea to have a second person for carpentry. I might gonna get Norman. Because he has a 20% more XP gain, and that's not bad. We can repurpose him, not for metal, but for something else later on. 600 coins is a lot. 750 now. Jeez. So you're gonna be a carpenter. Obviously, again, it's not exclusive. He can do metal work. He's just doing it a little bit slower. How much slower? He has no skill, so it's 14 seconds to do 1 iron ingot into the shape of whatever we're producing. Compare it to, for example, him. 8.6 seconds, so almost half of the time. Obviously. And we're paying for the same, and it's cost the same in the end. It's all about the money and efficiency. Okay, let's increase the speed again. Do we have enough to unlock things? We can unlock the construction. I think it's time to do that. Big fanfare. The next one we can upgrade is blueprint upgrades. Enable you to upgrade blueprints for 50. That's good. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, here are the blueprints you have, and later on you can unlock more and more and more. Oh, looks like we have now 2 wooden ones as well. At the moment, you can unlock 0 new blueprints. You can get blueprints options later on. Holy moly! There are a few items in this game. Precise bow, metal hammer, sturdy shield, silver shield, diamond necklace. Oh, 2000 gold. Good gracious. Okay, so once you starting to collecting these design points, then you can come here and you can upgrade these blueprints from common to uncommon, and then I don't remember the rest of it. So the light blue, the purple, and the yellow one, the legendary one. With that, their cost is gonna be increasing, so you can sell them as a little bit higher value. But it's cost the same to produce it, I think. By the way, they completed everything, and I'm just jabbering. Okay, complete that, complete that. So what's happening here, I actually didn't notice because I'm just rushing through. Sometimes they offer less value for gold, that's mentioned offering less coins, but offering something more as a compensation. So here, we get actually 1 common quality points. Not really worth it, to be honest, but I didn't make any attention, but we're hopefully going to finish everything. Probably not, because we're already at 9 o'clock. Anyway, you can get here a new item, a blueprint. That's so far I saw, but I don't know what else they can offer. Anyhow, we have 2 more things. I'm pretty sure we're not going to finish this in today. We're going to take that because it's a good amount of money. And I mismanaged the whole things, and all 3 of them, or 4 of them actually now is going to be backlog with the iron work. It is what it is. It's difficult to manage a shop on a higher speed and make a video as well. Look at this work. It's a nice, fun game. I like it. You know what? The first, how is it? The first Elit Worker, I'm gonna name it by myself. The second one, or any of the staff member, can be renamed by you. So if you want to be renamed, one of the staff member by you, leave a comment and just say what name you want. And also tell me if you want to be a blacksmith or a carpenter. Maybe I can do with that as well. Okay, we spent a hell lot of money today. It is what it is. Some workers are still busy, they're still doing the stuff. Okay, so we almost finished the axe. We not even started the mug. It's okay. What's happened here? Ah, we have the first one who leveled up. Even. Cool. So you leveled up. You have 2 skill points available every time you're leveling up. That's really good. Wish you could be taking off the negative trait. Or increase maybe the positive or something like that. But you can't. You just put and allocate points to this 3 skill. Now, you are a metal worker, so obviously we're going to do for that. You have a 10 seconds iron ingot production at the moment. And we're adding 1, and we're adding 2, and it's going to be around 7 seconds-ish. Yes, 7.2 seconds. Cool. That's really good. By the way, if you don't want to do this manually, you can put the highest skill first or all skill equally. I think that's a terrible idea. Maybe in a later game it's better. I don't know. And do not level up. I have 0 clue why that's a thing here. Maybe later on we're gonna learn it. But anyway, it's at the moment manual. That's fine. So yeah. That's the nice little blacksmith shop we have. Blacksmith Master. By the way, we can rename this. So it's gonna be, I don't know, let's call it Atrams. If I find the right one. Okay, Atrams, iron. Yeah. Oh, let's put a different color. Just to be brand specific. Atrams Iron, that's a small shop where we started. Hope you like this game. If you like it, there's gonna be a stream link in the description. You can purchase it there. It just came out a couple of days or week maybe. Check it for it. I think they're updating the game quite regularly, and we're gonna definitely continue this series. See you in the next video. Bye bye.